Now, ang next chapter naman ay ang chapter 9, Statistical Inference of Two Sample. Inference of the different means in means of two normal distribution variance known. Two sample tests, one population, test on the different in means. Population 1, mu sub 1, x bar sub 1, sigma sub 1, and n sub 1. And the population 2 is mu sub 2, x bar sub 2, sigma sub 2, and n sub 2. Next, there are three forms of hypothesis test. The first is the h sub 0, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is equal to mu sub 0. Then h sub 1, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is less than mu sub 0. And the second is h sub 0 to mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is equal to mu sub 0. Then h sub 1, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 not equal to mu sub 0. Then the third is h sub 0, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is equal to 0. Then h sub 1, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is greater than mu sub 0. Suppose a simple random of size n sub 1 is taken from a population with mean mu sub 1 and a standard deviation of sigma 1. In addition, a simple random sample of size n sub 2 is taken from a second population with mean mu sub 2 and standard deviation of sigma 2 if the two populations are normally distributed or the sample size are sufficiently large. Quantity n sub 1 is greater than or equal to 30 and n sub 2 is greater than or equal to 30. Then the sampling distribution of x bar sub 1 minus x bar sub 2 is normally distributed with mean mu sub 1 and mu sub 2 and standard deviation. Meron tayong formula na pwedeng gamitin. Sigma x bar sub 1 minus x bar sub 2 is equal to square root of sigma square sub 1 all over to n sub 1 plus sigma square sub 2 and all over to n sub 2. The standardized version of x bar sub 1 and x bar sub 2 is written as z is equal to the quantity of x bar sub 1 minus x bar sub 2 minus mu sub 0 all over the square root of sigma square sub 1 all over to n sub 1 plus sigma square sub 2 all over to n sub 2. Ito yung gagamitin nating formula, yung standardized version. Now, projection region. Z is less than negative z alpha and z less than negative z sub alpha all over 2. Then z is greater than z alpha all over 2. Then z greater than z sub alpha. Note, mu sub 0 is equal to 0. Mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is less than mu sub 0. To mu sub 1 is less than mu sub 2. Then mu sub 2 greater than mu sub 1. And the third is mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 greater than mu sub 0 to mu sub 1 greater than mu sub 0, comma, mu sub 2 less than mu sub 1. Now, papunta tayo sa example. Example sa variance known. A business owner is the process of deciding whether or not to invest in a new factory that refines oil in order to meet the high demand for that commodity. A test showed that the old factory refines oil at a mean of 3.1 liter per second. At a standard deviation of 1.00 using a sample size of 40, the new factory was measured to refine oil at a mean rate of 3.8 liter per second. At a standard deviation of 1.5 using a sample size of 36, determine if there is any major difference at a 10% significant level. So, i-determine natin kung merong any major difference at 10% significant level. Oh, wait lang, ayusin natin. Ayusin lang natin. Given n sub 1 is equal to 40, yung sample size na 40 kanina, n sub 2 is equal to 36, yung sample size kanina, x bar sub 1 is equal to 3.1, and x bar sub 2 is equal to 3.8, sigma sub 1 is equal to 1, and sigma sub 2 is equal to 1.3, then the alpha is equal to 10% or 0.10. Now, ito yung solution. A, 8 sub 0, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 is equal to 0. 8 sub 1, mu sub 1 minus mu sub 2 not equal to 0. Ito na yung sinasabi natin na pag equal to, at equal naman ang contradict, null at alternative hypothesis. Yung alpha natin is equal to 0.10. Tapos z alpha all over 2 is equal to 0.10 all over 2. Then, equivalent niya is z 0.05 is equal to positive negative 1.645. Now, makukuha natin, ito yung gagamitin natin na critical value natin, 1.645. Now, sa D, meron tayong formula yung kanina, gagamitin na natin yung formula na z is equal to the quantity of x bar sub 1 minus x bar sub 2 minus mu sub 0 all over the square root of sigma square sub 1 all over to n sub 1 plus sigma square, sigma square sub 2 all over n sub 2. Then, substitute natin yung mga given kanina. Ito, yung mga given sa formula. Z is equal to 3.1 minus 3.8 all over the square root of 1 square all over 40 plus 1.5 square all over 36. Pag tinype natin ito sa calculator, ang makukuha natin is Z is equal to negative 2.366. Then, i-draw na natin to, yung curve niya. Ito, yung figure na to. Ito yung nakuha nating 1.645 na positive and negative. Ito yung positive, ito yung negative na critical values. Tapos itong shaded area na to, ito yung rejection region area na equal sa 0.05. At tong hindi na shaden dito, yung region of acceptance area is equal to 0.90. So, yung nakuha nating negative 2.366 dito, yung value ng Z. Nandito siya sa region of rejection area, kaya itong negative 2 dito is na reject, hindi ina-accept. So, yung conclusion nito is reject the null hypothesis. There is a major difference between the two factors of a 10% significance level. At diyan nagtatapos ang ating lesson sa chapter 9. Salamat sa panonood.